But I'm telling you right now, once this is over, I am not getting in debt no more. Once this is over, that's it. That's it. Because this, it's too much. It's too much. Hello everyone, thank you for tuning into my channel Lockness Beauty, where I discuss my journey of my locks as well as other things that I find to be beautiful. So this is a update, I think it's update number 3 regarding my debt-free journey or debt-free confessions. And I'm just going to honestly jump right into what I want to discuss today. So for those of you who really don't want to hear this rambling part, I'm going to have the timestamp of my update in the description box bar, whatever people call it nowadays, if you came here strictly for the update regarding how well I'm doing as far as my debts. But I wanted to kind of get on here and just discuss what I'm experiencing at the moment that I am experiencing it. So right now I'm a bit all over the place regarding my emotions. For one, I'm dealing with some anxiety, I'm dealing with a little bit of depression and some frustration, and I wanted to kind of just express where all that stuff is coming from. It's not heavy, but it is there, and I can't ignore it because, like I said, I'm trying to be transparent. I'm dealing with it right now. So it basically all started when I got paid. So I got paid basically Friday. Today is Monday, so it's been a couple of days. So as you guys know, if you see my video, I kind of try to calculate how much needs to come out of my check for my debt basically every single month. And I knew that, you know, I was not going to really have much money to play around with, because I was trying to be a little bit more serious with this journey, which is fine, right? That's what this journey is about. So before I say what I'm going to say this first. All of my bills for the month are paid. My rent for the following month is also paid. I have groceries in the house that is going to last me all the way up until my pay period. I currently still have my emergency fund, and I also have money for gas all the way until the following pay period. So when it comes to stability, the foundation is covered, right? So that's what I'm kind of using to tell myself that I just need to relax a little bit, because, you know, at the end of the day, the things that should be taken care of are being taken care of. But what I'm starting to feel now is the true effects of being broke. And I think I talked about this in my other update when I was saying, like, that's why my credit card bill was so high, because, you know, I would spend all of my money that I actually made going towards the debt, and I wouldn't have any money. So I would utilize my credit card to basically, you know, fill in the gaps of something, whether that's going to a restaurant, buying a shirt, getting on Amazon and buying stuff that I didn't need. Regardless of that, I did use my credit card, so it didn't feel like I was extremely broke. Now that I'm really trying to put the pedal to the metal with this journey, and really trying to use the money that every little cent I own, outside of my responsibilities to put towards this debt, I'm really starting to feel the effects of it, and I do not like the way it feels. Now, like I said, that's where a little bit of the depression comes in at, because, you know, I have friends right now, they're not on a journey like I am, so I'm hearing about them going out and taking trips, and then I have other friends that are, you know, just doing things, buying clothes. So I'm around all these people, not all these people, but I'm talking to my friends, and they're living their lives, and right now it feels like my life is at a standstill, because I'm like, can I buy or do these things that they're doing? The answer is yes, but I do not want to right now, because I feel that me becoming debt free is more important than the luxury things that I feel that I want. Because the thing is, one thing that I noticed when it comes to my depression, one of my things that I would usually do to cope is shop therapy. I would go on Amazon and buy a whole bunch of stuff. I would, you know, go buy some clothes. I would just do anything to basically make myself feel better. And with me putting so much importance on this journey, and me feeling, you know, some of these symptoms of depression, because I'm looking at my checks and I'm like, what the hell? I cannot use the coping skill, for one, that was ineffective because it was so temporary, but I can no longer use that. And then on top of that, I feel like I just can't really indulge or enjoy life right now because of my decision to go debt free. And I think this is why a lot of people who are going on the debt free journey, they still go out and they still have fun and they still do things because of moments like this and not really wanting to feel this. Now I'm saying that because the thing is, the emotion is very flighty. The emotion is very flighty. At the end of the day, I guess I'd rather feel the moments of this compared to the regret of not, you know, putting the money towards something that's more important. But at the end of the day, it does not, you know, negate the fact that I will experience this because of so much money going towards my debt and me not really having money to kind of like dick around with. So that's one thing. Another thing is the anxiety that comes with it. So I told you guys before that the reason I got a second job was because I was getting anxious, seeing so much of my money just being gone so quickly to these debts. So the anxiety that I felt then is still there. It's not as heavy, but it's still there. And like I said, that kind of goes to me literally getting a paycheck, and as quick as it comes is as quick as it goes. And it's to the point where I don't even look forward to getting paid anymore because every dollar has a task. So I'm looking at my paycheck and I'm like, everything is accounted for when it comes to this check. It's like it's already spent before I even get it. Because I'm like, well, these have to go to my bills, this has to go to groceries, this has to go to gas, and then this has to go to my debt. And just like, I appreciate it once I see the progress that I've made, but the journey to get there is just frustrating because I'm like, all this money and it's just like going towards this debt and I can't play around with it. And you know, just little stuff, I'll have to cut back on groceries and cut back on all this stuff. Any slight inconvenience, I'm like freaking out because I'm like, oh my god, like what the heck, that's more money. For example, I need my brakes replaced, and I noticed it a couple of days ago, and I'm just like, now this is a whole nother, you know, amount of money that I gotta put towards my car, instead of, you know, just basically going on autopilot and coasting with the money that I already you know is going places. Basically what I'm getting at is that with every dollar having a task, any inconvenience that I have to come out of pocket more is causing me to be anxious and causing some frustration. And of course that's what the emergency fund is for, and that's what I'm reminding myself of. It's like, okay, Sid, like, you have an emergency fund, because my emergency fund, and I told you guys before, is actually more than what I need. So I said most of my emergencies is with my car, so I have enough money to get it done. But since I couldn't get it done today, which is what I wanted to do, and I think that's how all this started. Today is the 20th, Juneteenth was yesterday. So because of that, the banks are closed, so I couldn't go to the bank and take money out to go get my brakes checked, or my brakes fixed, which is not a big deal because the thing is, they're not too bad to the point where, you know, like the car's gonna freaking fall apart. But because of that slight inconvenience and me not being able to go to the bank, and then me not being able to get the brakes fixed like I wanted to, I think it was like a trickle down effect of just realizing, like, had I had the money in my account right now instead of paying my debt, because once I get paid, I just go ahead and get rid of the money. So once I get paid, I'm paying all the bills that I have to pay that day. I'm paying off the debt that I expected to pay that day. So my bank account basically is already drained for the most part, with, you know, the dollars going towards whatever it is that I said it was supposed to go to. So I'm thinking in my head, like, dang, like, had I not done that, had I waited, I would have had enough money to actually use my bank card to just go ahead and, you know, get my brakes done. And then on top of that, with me paying off some of my credit card, technically I have the money on my credit card to do it. But I'm like, okay, look, if you are trying to pay off this credit card, you can't be using this credit card. So if you guys can see, like, how just of a cluster F this situation has been, and I am really starting to feel the weight. I'm really starting to feel the weight of this debt journey. And, you know, I'm just like, man, it's frustrating. It is so frustrating. But to be completely honest, even though I'm feeling this, and I'm basically using you guys as a soundboard, if you have any suggestions or recommendations of what to do to try to help me balance myself out and just feel a little better or whatever, just please let me know. Because at this point, I'm even thinking about getting a third job. I don't have time for the third job. I have to study for this exam. Like, I don't have time for a third job. I just need to relax and know that, you know, the main things that I need to take care of is taken care of. And just continue on this journey and just know, like, yes, it's going to be hard, but I am capable of doing it. So it sounds nice when I say it, but the reality is when I have moments like this, that's the last thing I want to hear. I don't want to hear that. I want money. I want money. I want to be able to do stuff. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm confined. I don't want to feel like I'm trapped in a cage. And I am. But the thing is, the cage door is open. I'm just refusing to go out of it because I know there's benefits to staying in here right now. So yeah. So I'm just trying to really figure it out and get it together. But I'm telling you, I'm basically documenting all of this, both with my channel as well as my physical written journal, because I want to remind myself of the struggle, you know, that it took to get to that point where I was debt free. And I also, like I said, I want to be completely honest about like what I'm going through. Like right now, like I said, I'm dealing with depression, anxiety, and a lot of frustration because of slight inconveniences, and really feeling like I'm not working for me. Like I'm not working to, you know, like invest the money in me, but that's not necessarily the case. And I always try to use, I've been looking at a lot of Dave Ramsey videos to try to keep getting motivation to keep going, because, you know, people have been on this journey and they've succeeded and they've literally gone through the same things that I'm going through. And one thing that I do, if I don't understand something, I try to read about it or look it up or get information. So I've been looking at a lot of his videos and just seeing some of the people who are either currently struggling because they're not on their debt-free journey yet, people who are currently in a position of going through their debt-free journey and struggling, and those who actually made it to the end of the tunnel. So I'm trying to use that as momentum to continue to do basically what I need to do, because I can't lie, man, it's hard right now. It's hard right now. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. But I'm telling you right now, once this is over, I am not getting in debt no more. Once this is over, that's it. That's it. Because this, it's too much. It's too much. So yeah, so I'm going to use this as a segue, and we're going to end this on a more positive note, giving you guys an update of my debt confession. So if this is your first time seeing my channel, I'm going to have all of my debts at the bottom in the description box of like how much I owed when I first started, how much I currently owe. I'm going to also kind of give you guys a breakdown of my debts overall. But now for the official update. So as of the end of June, like I said, today is June 20th, and I say the end of June because I no longer have a paycheck coming for this month. The next paycheck actually comes July 1st, so that's a whole entire different month. So I'm going to use a different update for that. But as of right now, as you guys know, I have 3 debts remaining. Technically 4, but I'm not counting the 4th one. The 4th one is the medical scan, so I'm going to say 3. So the 3 debts that I have remaining is my ENT bill, and at the start of, you know, going to the month, it was $650 remaining on that. I had my credit card bill, which at the time of me going into June was $6,800, and of course my student loans that are still here at $50,000. So as of June, when it comes to my ENT bill, I know that I said in my previous video that I was just going to let it kind of roll itself out because it gets $150 taken out every month. But the $150 taken out every month is taken out from my credit card, not my bank account. So I was like, well, for some reason it seemed like counterproductive for me to be paying off my credit card bill and then $150 is still getting added to my credit card bill every single month. And I was like, okay, Sydney, even though, you know, I don't really have interest on that, the least I could do is just knock that out. So that's what I decided to do. I decided to go ahead and put some money towards my ENT bill. So anyways, the ENT bill was $650 at the start of June. When I got my first paycheck, actually no, the bill was due on the 17th. So the 150 came out on the 17th of this month, which was technically 3 days ago. So it came out of the credit card 3 days ago. I got paid on the 19th. Actually, no, I got paid on the 17th. I got paid on the 17th. So once I got paid, I actually paid $250. So it started off as $650. When it took the monthly fee of $150 out, that left me at $500. I paid half of that $500 off. So now I only owe $250 on my ENT bill. I plan to get rid of this ENT bill by July 1st, which is my first check for the month of July. So that is me being very close to getting rid of that other debt. Next is my credit card bill. So my credit card bill went up $100 again because of pending things that were needing to come out. So at the start of June, I actually owed $6,900. When I got paid, I gave them $400. So now I have a remaining balance of $6,500 left for my credit card bill. And of course, I still have the $50,000 of my student loans. I have not touched that at all. So that's where we're at. Now, I did my calculations. We get paid 3 times in July, which is really cool. And then of course the 2 times in August. It looks like if I do things correctly and if I just so happen to come into a little bit more money by the end of July, my credit card bill will be completely paid off. So my goal is to put it to where I'm paying off my credit card bill and budgeting my other money well enough to where I do not have to use my credit card for anything. So yeah, so that's my goal. So far I did not pay a debt completely off for the month of June. However, things will be different in the month of July. Like I said, I'm continuing to enjoy this journey, even though honestly it is definitely getting difficult as I see, you know, other people spending money and other people living their lives and other people doing things, and I feel like I am just stuck and have to stay in the house and work. But you know, Dave Ramsey say all the time, you know, you have to do things that people won't do, so later you can do things that people can't do. So I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna stay motivated. If you guys have any, you know, recommendations, any words of encouragement to kind of keep me going, please help me out. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys me cutting off my debt rings, and that's about it. So if you've been watching this far, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Please stay tuned for my next debt confession update, which will be the end of July. I think I will also add why I decided to start my debt-free journey. I think I'm going to add that to that video as well. And yeah, enough of me rambling. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. So these are our remaining rings. So we got the student loans, the ENT, and the credit card. So of course, this one is not going to be exciting as the other ones were, but at the end of the day, we are still able to cut, I believe, 3 rings today. So I'm going to go ahead, cut these rings. 3 rings. Put it in our pile. And that's it. And that's all we have left. So by July, the goal is going to be to finally cut these last few rings off. And then we're going to tackle this credit card debt so that the last thing that'll be left is our wonderful student loans. But you know, if Biden go ahead and give us, you know, that 10,000, I will be able to cut all these rings. Here's a 40 right here. 40,000. So I'll be able to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rings off. So that would be great if he helps us out. But I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching.